Yali Madad, all friends online. Shukranillah, alhamdulillah, shukranillah, alhamdulillah. So let me do some zikr to seek Maula's madad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ali Allah, madad farma. Mushkil kusha, madad farma. Hasbunallah, wa ni'mal wakil, wa ni'mal mawla, wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Shukran lillahi walhamdulillah, shukran lillahi walhamdulillah. Ya mushkil kusha meherban, madad farma, madad farma. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So today's session's title is Hope for Mumin-i Salik. First of all, I would like to acknowledge all friends who graciously listen to this nachis, give feedback and ask questions. This lecture was inspired by a question actually. One of the friends asked, and this friend had said, I feel very overwhelmed. At this age, I have come to know about this knowledge, and I'm listening to these lectures and I feel I don't know anything. I haven't done anything in my life. Am I too late? Is there anything for me? Is there any hope for me? The power, the influence of materialism is too strong. Or sometimes friends say, there are too many tests I'm surrounded by. When I listen to criteria or conditions, I don't see the ability in me to be able to meet all these conditions. I am too weak. I don't know if I can do this, and I feel very worried. So in different words, different friends had asked, and I have kind of given you summarized version of it. But one of the friend was very strongly asking about it and saying that, please, please tell me, is there any hope for me? And that's how this lecture transpired. So first of all, let me just explain the meaning of Mumin-i Salik before we talk about hope. We all know Mumin. The whole Ismaili Jamaat, we would say Mumin. Anybody who's very nice, good, pious person, we would call them a Mumin. But here we are not talking about just generic term, general term, Mumin. We are saying Mumin-i Salik. The word Salik means the one who walks on the path, who is in action, who is active, walking on the path of Sirat al-Mustaqim. Sirat al-Mustaqim is a path on which one has to walk. You don't stand on the path. If we were to be on road, we would not just stand there because we want to reach to destination. So we walk or drive, we are active on the path. So when we talk of Mumin-i Salik, the one who is walking on the path, there is hope for that moment. Now surely there are those who do not do who do not walk on the path, who just stand on the path. We are not talking about them. We are talking about Mumin-i Salik. And surely there is a hope for Mumin-i Salik. There is a beautiful zikr in Quran, chapter 39, verse 53. And it says, La taqnatu mir rahmatillah. Do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Do not despair. So this is how I'm going to start to all the Mumin-i Salik, for all the Mumin-i Salik, that do not despair of the mercy of Allah. And whenever one feels overwhelmed, overpowered, and feel this despondency in heart, it is important to do this zikr. It will give us strength. And surely one can ask, if we are invoking Allah for His mercy, why can't I just do Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, which we've been doing from our childhood? We know this zikr. Why do I need to learn this new or different or difficult or Arabic zikr? So my dear friends, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim is also Arabic. And sometimes we just get uncomfortable, hesitant to learn new things. A lover never hesitates to love and do more for the beloved. Simply that would be the logic to learn new zikr and continue to walk on this journey to seek Maula's help. All right, so let us see this Farman of Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. To the core of my heart, I pray for you. O God, grant their hearts such power that they become free, that they become hakiki, that they flee from evil, that they follow the straight path and take it in the right direction. O God, grant them hakiki sights. This prayer is higher than any other prayer. Hakiki aankhein baksh. When we hear this kind of farman of Imam, we got to believe in it. Imam's prayers are with us all the time. There is no doubt. Doubts or despondency is given to us from shaitan. Doubts or waswasa are given to us by shaitan when there is darkness. And when would be darkness? When there is no knowledge or zikr in the heart of a mu'min. A Mumin-i Salik always stays in remembrance. And in that heart, shaitan finds it hard to enter. So we got to believe in Maula's Farman that his prayers are with us. It is only due to Imam's words that our hearts, our minds, our intellect are drawn to listening to these lectures and realizing this beautiful hope and love of Imam in our heart, that Maula's prayers are with us. Another Farman of Maulana Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah. Maula says, all those sins are dirt. The man who is a believer wears a good garment. Even if he commits few sins, it is regarded mortal sin in his sight. He will swiftly don another garment. When a friend hopes to meet his beloved, if his garment is improper, the beloved will not accept him and will tell him, go away, go away. Who is this beloved? This beloved is God. The bad garments are sin. He who wallows in dirt day and night is slave. He who wallows in dirt day and night is a slave. He never thirsts for liberty. So another criteria for Mumin-i Salik Imam is giving us We got to wear good garment. We got to keep conscious. And surely this Mumin-i Salik is seeking what? Liberty, being one with Mawla, purifying the deeds, piety, improvement through knowledge, because it is through knowledge we will come to know where we are lacking, what are we doing which is not good for us. And then in this Farman also we got to pay attention that Mawla is giving us two categories. One is of slave and other is of lover. Choice is ours. Who do we want to become? Love needs sacrifices, whereas slave only follows the command. And surely our Mawla is our master and we are slaves. If following the command was enough to motivate us to do it with full heart, Imam would not say to become lover. I humbly believe that love is the key. When we have love in our heart, it becomes easy. There is no burden. It's all love. The sacrifices which are asked from Mumin-i Salik, it's easier when we think of it as love of Imam. Now let's today read this Ginan and understand the meaning. The translation I have gotten from the Heritage website. Some of the verses translation, I feel that there is area of improvement, but just for the sake of learning the essence, we will use this translation and focus on the meaning of it to be able to stay connected to the today's topic. I seek your forgiveness if I make errors in pronunciation of this Ginan. This is the Ginan by P. Sadruddin. The first verse says, भाई तीने वीरे ज्यूं उमेदूं आंसू पूणियूं जियो जियो जे मना चिंधेयो. O brother, the hopes and desires of all those moments which they cherished in their hearts were fulfilled. So surely in this verse, Pir is giving Mubarakbad to those who are Mumin-i Salik. Their hearts are filled with the hopes and desires, and their hearts' desires were fulfilled. Yara ghar rakhiye je vadhayun jug mero jio mero tetri sar. O friend, the homes of the Momins are filled with felicitations and happiness because they have joined the ranks of the 33 crores of the saved ones. Joined the ranks, meaning what? The concept of hierarchy of religion, hudud din. And the first rank is actually of Mustajib. Mustajib is the one who accepts, I don't know and I need to learn. We all are, at our ages, mature, professionals and whatnot. With humility, when we accept that I don't know, the way we ask questions, the way we learn, it starts from humility, that I need to learn. So as soon as one says that they need to learn, they join the ranks. And how amazing it is to realize, to constantly reflect on that Imam mercifully gave us the title of Thy. That means that we do have Imam's duashis with us. Imam believes in us. We have the potential. We got to actualize it. Now, humbly, I do not want us to get stuck on 33 crores here. It's a figurative speech. The essence here is to be saved, to be merged with the Imam. And merging with the Imam, one got to remember the concept of resurrection. Mutu kabla antamutu. This carnal soul will not take us there. We do have to kill or tame this carnal soul. Our peers have said मन तो महा बलवंत कहिए. Our man, our carnal soul, is very powerful. It is only the Mumin-i Salik who constantly, with the love in the heart, will meet the expectations to be able to tame or transform this carnal soul, nafse lawama, transforming into nafse ammara, transforming into nafse lawama. Carnal soul, nafse ammara, transforming into nafse lawama. The third part says, Yara Vindheyu so Ginan Mushaido, Vira Manjiyo Manmalayo Bhrant. O friend, go and attend the gathering of knowledge and wisdom. O dear one, do not have doubts in your mind. Gathering of knowledge and wisdom? Criteria is given to us. Why the gathering of knowledge and wisdom? Why? Is it not enough to attend Jamaat Khana? We do need to attend the knowledge, gathering of knowledge and wisdom, because that will teach us, that will help us understand our own flaws, sinning, the patterns in us, so we can work on ourselves and improve and walk faster on this path. One can walk, one can run too. Then the fourth part says, Agahu tatoiro tora tor sami araja araja tuhi antarjan. O my Lord, I am yours and will remain yours till the end. You know the prayers of my heart. Peter is saying, true lover will always remain with the beloved till the last moment of his life. You know, we say this dua, Ya Mola Iman Akhri Dam Tak Salamat. And that is the dua that Mola, till my last breath, Mola, let me be with you. I am yours and will remain yours till the end. Please listen to prayers of my heart. That moment stays in conversation with Mola. 23 hours, zikr, majlis of knowledge, piety of deeds, and on the 24th hour, the Nurani time, he passes the test and elevates in spirituality. Then the fifth part says, Yara tith sati marohar nakshar. Yara tithye sati marohar nakshar. Sanjithavar thindo shahju vaya. O friend, it will be the 7th day of the month, and the star will be Ruhani, and it will be in the evening of Thawar. Thawar means the day of Friday and the night of Saturday. The marriage of my Lord will take place. Now, 7th day is very meaningful, full of wisdom. And now we all know that Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah, may our souls be sacrificed to this Imam, has told us that the end time, the 7th day has started. And here the star actually allegorically used for dies. You know, if we were to study Quran and understand the meaning of all the symbols used, allegories given, we will understand that the sun is Imam, moon is the Pir, and the stars are dies. So Pir actually here is talking about his own resurrection, his own marriage, that he was able to merge with Imam. Why? Because he recognized, he understood all the secrets of Imam. And he's sharing that news with us, that the marriage is taking place. Surely he's talking about it very wisdomfully, that those who do not seek this knowledge can get the true meaning of it. Then the 6th verse says, Yara Jani Shahja Vera Hekanda Shah Parniye Jiu Parniye Tribho Varai. O friend, when the Lord of the three worlds will wed, all members of the marriage party will gather. Now here I do see the three worlds have been said here by the translator, heavens, earth, and the undersurface, but there could be very many interpretations. And let's go into Quran and take chapter 24, verse 35. Allahu nurus samawati wal ards, that Allah is the light of heavens and the earth. And then we also have the personal word, Alam-e Shakhsi. Maula Ali said that there's a universe within you. Don't think of yourself as small. We can also take the example of Alam-e Malkut, Alam-e Jabrut, and Alam-e Lahut. He is the king of all the worlds. And interestingly, Pir is talking about the wedding. Which wedding is that? We all know the physical wedding, but that's not what Pir is talking about. It is too common. It is the Nurani Shadi, Nurani wedding, when the Mumin-i Salik merges himself or herself with the Imam. And it is so beautiful. I do want to share this Quranic verse 39 by 67 to 69, but I'll just focus on this one because that's the context. And the earth will shine with the glory of its Lord. Earth, allegorically, is a mustajib who accepts that he doesn't have knowledge. And it is going to shine with the glory of its Lord. وَاشْرَقَتِ الْأَرْضُ بِنُورِ رَبِّهَا. So yes, our peers are giving us this glad tidings, this glad news from Quran to, from Ginan to, saying those who meet the criteria which were given above, surely they will wed, they will merge with the Imam. Now let's continue with our Ginanic study. In the verse 7, Pir says, Yara gursu bagur ayo mansrevo jiusrevo derd viswas. O friend, the guide, our Pir, who is the guide of the 12 crores of the saved ones, has come. Worship according to his teachings. Surely our peers are our teachers. Worship heartily and worship with complete faith and conviction. Our peers are teachers, they are role models, and we follow their example. His teachings gives us love in our heart. Our heart is filled with love of Imam. And then why are we talking of love here? We all love Maula Bapa. We all have gathered here to have hope. Though when we say we love our Maula, love, which is an emotion, it requires actions too. If emotion is never taken into action, it stays inside. It needs expression. Expression from all our beings, physically, spiritually, intellectually. So what does it mean in action? What are the reasons for it? Either one can have a hope or one can have a doubt on their abilities. Now, what does that mean? What am I saying here? You know, when we talk of faith, have we ever realized that there are darajat in faith too? If one struggles with doubts or one's heart is full of love, these are different levels of faith. Faith is strengthened. The elevation on the faith, the strengthening of the faith also comes by meeting these criteria. Therefore, we have heard this Farman of Imam Hazrat Imam. Mullah has said in his one of the Farman that don't follow your religion with convenience but conviction. What does that mean? It is Jamaat, all are Mu'min. There are some who follow the Farman based on convenience, and that's the level of their faith. But then Imam expects us to have the conviction, love of Imam in our heart, full of hope, having strong faith with conviction. The 8th verse says, Yara Nur Shah Jugati Me Versiyo, Versiyo Jalathala Meralo. O friend, the light of the Lord is pouring upon the Jamaat. It is pouring in the manner of a downpour of rain, which results in the land and water becoming one. Subhanallah, subhanallah. Again, Pir is actually talking about a mustajib who accepts knowledge. When a soil or dust is mixed with water, what does it become? Clay. Now this clay is moldable. It can be shaped. It can be transformed. If the dust or land on its own earth, nothing will grow in there. If that earth will accept water, surely then only we can see the beautiful growth in that part of the earth. So Pir is talking to Mustajib that look, because of your acceptance that you don't have knowledge and you're accepting the water, which is knowledge, and who's working hard, what does Pir say? મારો મોલા છે તે એવો જે કોઈ ન રાખે ભાર. એકવાર આલીએ સામી આલે સોસુવાર. That's the understanding our peers are giving to us. Verse 9 says, Yara mata koi aankhein tis din Vira tamo jiyo mota sahi naso. O friend, on the day of judgment, nobody should say that I did not hear properly. I did not hear. Again, Pir is inviting us to the truth. Through his Ginan, the knowledge of Farman, the knowledge of Quran, it's all about invitation. Imam giving us the title of Dai during Diamond Jubilee, it's a very clear dawat for us to pay attention to it. Wake up and pay attention to it. Then, Yara Phool Sugandh Suchand Vaniye Veera Ladhi Jio Ladhi Ra Bhamane. O friend, the clean-minded appreciates the fragrance of flower. O dear one, the bumblebee has found the path. Clear-minded, very broad term, very broad criteria. And I don't see the need that we need to talk about it. We all do know what is the criteria. A mind which is empty, but filled with the noise of the world, is not able to distinguish. It is only those who parak karne wala momin will know the fragrance of flower. Why and how? Because he or she will appreciate the pearls, because they'll be able to identify it. Verse 12 says, सच्चे शाह जिसे प्रसादे शाखे विणवे पीर बोलिया ज्यूं बोलिया पीर सदरदीन अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद. O friend, through the blessings of the true Imam, pray to the Lord. The guide says this. Pir Sadruddin says this. Then, सच्चे शाहजा दीदारी से जुगा जुग जिस मोड़े के जिनी लधड़ो ही भेद. Bravo to those moments who have found the secret, inner mysteries. They are the ones who are the real recipients of the vision, Didari through ages. Shaitan, Mola says that Shaitan studies us. He literally studies us because each one of us has different strengths and different weaknesses. Shaitan studies each one of us and attacks from the area of weakness, gives us anxiety, distractions of the world, so we don't pay attention to what we do need to pay attention to. The world becomes so chaotic, so stressful that we have no time in our life to pay attention to what really matters. Or Shaitan says, you are not enough. You don't know anything. Your hard work will not bring you any results. You will not be happy. Or people will not like you around you. So what will happen? One can become a people pleaser. There are so many ways Shaitan attacks on us. I can keep going in and giving examples, but I think we all do know what our own personal flaws or weaknesses. And if we are on the journey of true knowledge, we have identified a pattern. And it is through Imam's mercy that we can break through these patterns and become the Mumin which our peers are teaching about, our Imam wants us to become. And I want to give us the example of Battle of Badr. This is the first battle which Muslims fought when they were migrated to Medina, and Quraysh had Abu Sufyan had attacked Muslim who had migrated to Medina. They had immigrated to Medina, and Muslims became really scared because they had not been in the battle and they were very fearful, scared of their life, and they were very few. In fact, the number says that there were only 313 in number, whereas the enemy had 1,000 soldiers with all the resources, and they were planning to attack. And here, all the Mu'minins are really scared. And in Quran, chapter 3, Surah Al-Imran, verse 124 to 126, talks about it. And it says, when you said to the believers, does it not suffice you that your Lord should assist you with 3,000 of the angels sent down? When the Mormons were scared, look at this verse. They prayed. They were talking to the prophet, the Nur, the embodied Nur at that time. And look at this beautiful, hopeful verse. That does it not suffice you that your Lord should assist you with 3,000 of the angels sent down? Yes, if you remain patient and conscious of Allah, and the enemy come upon you in rage, your Lord will reinforce you with 5,000 angels having marks. Allah made it but a message of hope for you, a message of hope for you, and an assurance to your hearts. There is no help except Allah, the exalted, the wise. So this verse and this example is for us. When we feel overpowered by worldly pressures or shaitan and we feel weak, sometimes we lack hope. His angels are there. His mercy, His help is there for those who are conscious and patient. Believe in unseen help. Believe in the angels a moment is surrounded with. Those angels will help. Believe in it if we are meeting the conditions. Beautiful Farman of Hazrat Imam, Karachi, Pakistan, Garden Night School, November 29th, 1964. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. This is a very long Farman, so I will just read the highlighted part to stay with the context, but I've given you the whole Farman and I'll share the slides with you so you can study the whole Farman. Mullah says, I would like you to take from this history that which will help you to live within the spirit of Islam. This means to live honestly, to live purely, to know that your brothers and sisters, to be available at all times when one or the other needs help, to be generous, to be honest. These are the qualities which you can trace throughout Quran Sharif, throughout the life of the Prophet, throughout the history that we are reading and throughout the lives of the Imams. Whatever difficulties you may have, whatever problems you may have, whatever successes you may have, if you can understand this spirit, first of all, you will never become vain. And secondly, you will never give up, or you will never feel that you yourselves are no good. You are useless. You cannot succeed in life because this is not what is essential. What is essential is that you should understand the spirit of Islam and get therefore spiritual happiness. But this is what I hope for my Jamaats above all else. Another beautiful Farman of Hazrat Imam, Bombay, November 27th, 1973. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. My beloved spiritual children, I hope you will remember the Farman which I have made to you today, and I hope you will put it into practice. It is only the spiritual life which is eternal. So long as you are alive, every day is a day that must be lived, and in that day, you must fulfill your responsibilities to the best of your abilities. I give to each and every one of you for the fulfillment of this morning's Farman, my special blessings. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. Ameen. Another beautiful Farman of Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah, Bagamoyo, 21st September 1899. And Mola says, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. You aspire with each breath to elevate higher in spiritual sphere. You aspire with each breath to elevate higher in a spiritual sphere. Do not descend. Another Farman of Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah, Dar es Salaam, 28 September 1899. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen once prayed to God, "O God, I do not worship to aspire for paradise or fear of hell. O God, I know that you, God, are worthy of worship, worthy of worship." And I would like to end here. Love is the key to hope. Love is the key to hope. And I like to refer to Ginan here. Satgur kahere prem rasto ati ras mithara. Prem rasto ati ras mithara. Ane je koi dekhe chak. Shah jo pave sir lagi. Tenu hairo deve sak. The true guide says the essence of divine love is very delightful to whoever is fortunate to taste it. If one attends the Lord through the activity of the mind, which is reflection, meditation, discrimination, learning, all faculties of the intellect, this person's heart will provide the link. Again, I'm taking this translation from Heritage site. Another beautiful verse, Satgur kahere naam kijiye Hari ke naam ki anite mahe sacha bhariye bhar pavan jo chale prem ka to Satgur utare par. True guide says, let the outward form of the boat be the name of the Lord, and fill it with the true load, good deeds. When the wind of love blows over, the true guide will take you across. And here I have a picture of a spider walking on the web. And it is being said that if you want to become a true lover, you got to learn from a spider. the way he walks on the web, which is so thin, so delicate. A simple mistake can take his life. A lover walks on the path like that. It's a very delicate path to walk on. So I'll stop here. If friends have any questions, comments, let's talk about it. Thank you. Yalimadad. La taqnatu min rahmatillah. So we do have time. So let me review Farman's. I wasn't sure if how much time will I take. So let me just share, because it's so beautiful to study the Farmans. Okay, I missed one actually from here. That's what I was thinking. These are so beautiful Farmans and the Ginans. It just, makes us more fall in love with the Imam. And Imam in this Farman says, which is Nairobi, 6th October 1905, if you aspire to become godly just now, it cannot be possible. It is a journey. It happens step by step. And then Mola says, look at this word. Similarly, if your deeds are godly and when your hand, heart, and faith will be pure, then you will become the angels. We all can become angels. So that's a glad tidings for us to remember that we have this capacity that we can become the angels. And in this Farman, Dar es Salaam, 28 September 1899, Mawla says, you quest for ishq hakiki, you quest for ishq hakiki, aspire to attain the supreme pinnacle, always remain in the remembrance. So beautiful Farman, if one studies Farman and want to gather all the criteria, conditions with the love of Imam, I mean, it's a beautiful journey. We can study forever and get the pearls of wisdoms from Ginan, Farman, and Quran, and continue to learn. So I do see a question. All right, so I see a question, how one can know if they are people pleaser. Can you give some example? Okay. Let's talk of spirituality. When you start walking on the path of true knowledge and you become so interested and you do want to spend more time learning, reflecting, and then there are people around us who would judge you or comment negatively, and we may get influenced and continue to keep peace around us. We sacrifice what matters the most. And it's a trap of shaitan. And we never listen to this tiny voice within us which tells us that it is not right, it is not right. So it's a difficult situation. So I'm taking it from very different point of view. People pleaser in the worldly sense, I hope we all do know that. Yes boss or saying yes person is very different than here what we are talking about in the context of spirituality. It is a tough beginning for a moment to start to really walk on this path at our ages when people are not used to seeing our interest in this true knowledge. So it takes courage, it takes patience, it takes communication to continue to do the right thing, and don't give up just because people around you are now seeing that you have the ability to make decision and desire what you want to do, what you want to learn, then only giving them company or sitting in the gatherings where we gossip and talk about others. So it's a journey. Now, this question, why some souls are advanced from the beginning since their childhood and some struggle to uplift themselves religiously? Are the uplifted souls who were already advanced in the spiritual realm before they came to the physical world compared to other souls who are struggling? This question is loaded actually. So we do know that, imams and pregambers, they are chosen. And so we are not talking about them. right? We are chosen, so it's different. We are talking about us weak, feeble Mominines who are wanting to become Mumin-i Salik. And there are so many factors actually. How is the family? What are the religious practices in that family? What is the environment? That also one has to consider. And I truly believe that each one of us is beloved of Mawla because Mawla says so. And Mawla has said in his Farman that I have given you birth in this Satpant Smari Tarika with love and affection. So Mawla loves each one of us. However, when we come to this world, what surroundings we are in, what exposures do we get, how religious are our family, what are the practices of our family, and then how much importance are being given to the worldly life, that all plays a part in our lives, and then we see this difference. Every child who is born is beloved of Mawla, free of any sinning or any inclination to this side or that side. It's just that what is the exposure? And there's another question. At times you feel that you need to do certain things to fit in the society, stay connected with family and friends. How do we draw a line, keep people happy around us and still do what is right? Okay, it is difficult, no denying of it. And when you start this journey, it is difficult. Believe me, it is difficult because you were someone who loved gatherings and parties and talking about people, but now when you're exposed to this knowledge, you are not interested anymore. In fact, you are one who's become very conscious and you want to be so careful of what you are listening, what you are talking about. Every second, every minute, you are checking your own, Mullah says in Farman, "Tamara jiv kevi rite chale che?" How is your soul doing right now? Pulse checking. So when you start doing that, you start realizing that you are surrounded by such wrong people. They may be my family, my friends, but they are not true Mu'minins. And I would quote here the Ginan, piece says, Ninda thai tyathi uthine jaiye. Now tell me, if you're sitting in a family gathering and there is all gossiping going on, judgment about other family members, how do you continue to sit in that gathering where backbiting is going on and such a disgusting sin? Because it says that when one backbites, they are eating the dead meat of their brother. Can you imagine that? And you realize that you are conscious and you do not want to listen. You walk away and you do not come back because you are just not interested in backbiting anymore. You're not. So it takes guts, it takes strength, it does take strength, seeking strength from Mawla, and tell them clearly that this is not who you are anymore. And surely you'll be called names. Shaitan will play all the traps through family or friends to tell you, to call you names or label you Bhagat or this and that. It takes courage to stay on the path and do not get influenced by whatever they are telling you, calling you. And find the company of the lovers of Imam who walk on this path, staying conscious and do not want to sin, because this life is temporary and this life is the farm for the hereafter. We have to be conscious every second and every minute. So if we are surrounded by those kind of people, it is high time that we detach. And our close, our nuclear family, our own family members, they might not like it in the beginning, but we all are smileys, we all are beloved of Mawla. In time, they will all see that you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You've not become snobbish or thinking of yourself as you know more. You're humble. A woman is humble, but very clear. A woman is intelligent too, very clear in what he or she wants. So you start detaching from those people who continue to give opportunity to shaitan to steal all your earnings through any of your senses. Stay away from them. Inshallah. La taqnatu min rahmatillah. I have another question here. How to handle stress in today's time? A lot of anxiety and depression surrounding us. We do things we haven't thought of doing, and later we realize that what we have done is bad. I understand and I agree, these are difficult times. But can you imagine that this time where mental health problems have really spiked and lots of changes in the healthcare systems are being noticed in mental health care field. When COVID came in, everybody had so much time and they did not know how to use their time because they had so much time. They were free, and people did things which were not right. But whereas us, these group of Mominis who somehow got connected to Zoom, go to meeting, and they are listening to lectures, they are learning, and there's so much to learn, reflect, take notes that you don't have time to think of thoughts of anxiety or feeling alone or sad. You have zikr, the power of zikr with you, and you continue to do that and continue to be in the company of the lovers of Imam through different sessions or connect more. There are ways to connect more and come close to this group of friends where you can stay on the path and get strength to not go astray. Now, if something has done, Mola is forgiving. And if you have realized, the most important thing is that you have realized that you have done bad, seek his forgiveness, seek the forgiveness of those who you have hurt, and you seek forgiveness. If they give it to you or not give it to you, that does not matter. What matters is that you have sought the forgiveness, and that's it. And then you do zikr and giryazari. One of the very powerful way of getting the strength is doing zikr with giryazari. And in terms of anxiety and depression, we do know of Nadi Ali, which clearly talks about calling Ali, invoking Ali when you are in anxiety or depression. Did you know that? Hammin wa gammin, kullu hammin wa gammin. He will remove all the sorrows of the past and anxieties of the future, because depression is from past, what you have done, you think about it and you feel depressed and sad and bad. And anxiety is what will happen in the future. You're uncertain about it. And that's what exactly it means. Kullu hammin wagam. We are invoking Ali to seek his help to protect ourselves, our mind, our heart from anxiety and depression. And then there's a zikr of la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. So if you do not have that zikr or understanding in the meaning of that zikr, you can ask Naveen Sahaba, they'll help you with the lectures recording and you can get that. And if you were to do those zikrs, you can protect yourself from now on to not be anxious or depressed. But if there is a chemical imbalance, surely one has to seek medical help and continue to take medications with staying connected in this zikr and giryazari mahfil, ilmi mahfils, so you continue to get strength. These are difficult times, no denying of it. But you know, Mola's mercy comes in disguise. There are very few who are able to see behind the veil of this difficult time, that how blessed we are that you are here on this session on hope. So my brother, my sisters, my brothers, I am here talking to you about hope. La taqnatu min rahmatillah. In Mola's court, there is no sin which cannot get forgiveness. One has to walk on this path, continue to meet the conditions. Mola is with us. Remember that. He is merciful, Rahman, Rahim is with us. La taqnatu min rahmatillah. Thank you for asking this beautiful question. Anyone wants to ask any question, any comment? Otherwise, we can end it.
Yes, Nimi Taiba. Shabnam here. I'm just really inspired with this today because I was the same thing. I was playing music all day and go for music party and playing music all day. Like I didn't have any friends who do gossip. I have good friends. We don't do gossip. I didn't believe from day one. But I was just like enjoying. I never had anything about this religion thing. And when I went to with Mehboob Kamaria and Makkah Medina, he was talking whole day about all this religion thing. And one thing is, I was wondering, he says, Mola Bapa, I don't know how many years, how many 100 years is Mola Bapa is now. And I was wondering what he's talking about. Mola Bapa is gone that many 100 years. How can that be happen? Mola Bapa is not, he's only 83 years old. What is talking about? And because I didn't know nothing, right? I didn't know nothing about religion or nothing. And since I've been listening to you and Mr. Saib, and now I know why Mola Papa for so many years and everything, and what is the religion is going. My God, is so much. I learned so much because of this Corona. Otherwise, in my life, I would have never learned. I would be asking questions. How can Mola Papa do so many years? What is Mola Papa? I didn't know nothing about it. My God, so much, so much. I'm so happy. And nowadays, I don't feel like to put any music. I just like to put only your things all day and all the good thing. I don't put any more music. All cassette, CD, everything is lying somewhere. I'm
Shukr
so
Mola, Shukr Mola, Shukr Mola, Shukr Mola. Alhamdulillah. Any question, any friend? Thank you, Shabnam, for sharing your beautiful journey. I'm truly pleased to hear that. Anyone else? Any friends? Shukr Mola. If not, friends, then I'll take your leave. Thank you so much for joining Sunday morning and coming early today. I truly appreciate that.
Niamat
Very
apa?
much. Very much.
Iya, Alimata.